Oh, thank God. Michael Myers is back. The movies are gonna get better now, right? What's up, everyone? I am Wink.
And I'm Skillz.
And this is Scream Cheese. Today we are talking about Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Directed by Dwight H. Little and starring Donald Pleasence, Ellie Cornell, and Danielle Harris. In Halloween 4, 10 years after his original massacre, the invalid Michael Myers awakens on Halloween Eve and returns to Haddonfield to kill his 7-year-old niece. Can Dr. Loomis stop him? Alright, Skillz. As a tried and true Halloween fan, you had to have been stoked that they brought Michael Myers back, right?
Oh, absolutely, man.
So, when you got a glimpse of him, did anything seem
I don't know where you're going, but it just sounds, what do you say? When you caught a glimpse of him, like I'm like...
What'd you think, huh?
It was wonderful. I was totally excited, man, because once I caught a glimpse of him, man. So obviously I was very happy that Michael was back, and that was a big thing. I think I was in like high school, and they put the Myers mask on the poster. And here's the tricky part about it is I really like this film a lot. I think it's one of the best Halloween films in the franchise, but that was painful for them to put that original mask on the poster, and then in the film there's a totally different mask. And this isn't like some type of issue where the old movie had like great effects or money or whatever. This is a simple mask, okay? Anybody could recreate it, but I think it came down to some type of legal issues. Anyway, so I like the film a lot. I feel like they went back to the first one. They brought Loomis back, which was great. I thought Danielle Harris was awesome. Her acting was great. I really, really loved the film as a Halloween fan, and I don't have any major complaints towards it other than the mask. And even the guy that played Myers was really, really good. But they did this weird thing where they gave him like these shoulder pads. So there's like shots of him where it looks kind of weird and funny. But I mean, there's no need to like break down the film because it's pretty basic. It's like your standard slasher film.
One of the things that's cool about this series and even about this film is I think they're all trying to follow a tradition of doing a slasher film, but really taking themselves seriously in like their storytelling. And I think that that's almost unique to this series. I enjoyed everything. I felt it had a good plot. I could nitpick a lot of things, but ultimately, I guess I've heard other people talk about the movie and they nitpick these things. And I didn't even know they were things to nitpick until I heard other people. And then I was like, oh, I guess this does have plot holes in this and that. But for me, in the moment, I didn't really have any problems with it. Ultimately, my only problem with this movie is really Michael Myers. That mask sucked. And I know you said you liked the actor. I did not like this actor. I don't know if you noticed, but there are times where he acts with his hands. He'll like move his hands around. It's like, no, dude. It's almost like this guy was like, I'm an actor. I'm gonna give this guy like some real character. I'm gonna use my fingers. I can't use my face to emote or express, so maybe my fingers are gonna move around. It's like, oh man, that is just not good. And that mask was awful. Unfortunately, it is like a Michael Myers film. He's the biggest part of it, and he was kind of the weakest part. Like you said, Danielle Harris, as far as like child actors go, she was solid. Like a really, really good
definitely.
actor. The things that people talk about as being like issues are the things like the fact that she is having like visions of Michael Myers when she has no way to know what Michael Myers would look like or need to have a vision. I don't know. Dude, none of this stuff bothered me. I will admit that it made me think that there might be more going on because it's pretty early in the movie. It made me think there might be more that will be revealed, and then there wasn't, but it had already passed and my brain had already moved on. So for the sake of like story and investment, it was almost like a better thing. In the end, it was a net benefit. Yeah, so I guess, man, I liked it. I didn't love it. Oh, I will say, it had one of the most like disappointing sex scenes. You pretty much were sure.
Dude, oh my God. All I have to say is, as a kid in high school, they present this woman to you, and my history in horror films is like, okay, we're gonna eventually see the goods. And this woman was very sexy, and she definitely had the goods. And they get right to showing you, and then they don't. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? First a mask, and now this?
Yeah.
No, man. But
so
yeah,
I
I totally agree, man.
It's one of the biggest letdowns in like horror movie history, I would say. If we ever do a
Absolutely.
list of horror movie letdowns, dude, that is definitely in the top, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, and beyond that, dude, creative kills. I think that that's good. I think that at that point in horror movie history, in like the evolution of slashers, all right, we're in that world now. Now you have to have creative kills. Some of them were stupid, but for my suspension of disbelief, stupid kills don't do anything to me. I can look past it. I'm like, that was really cool. That girl, killing her by not shooting her with the gun, but like stabbing her through the gun is like, that was a cool kill. I don't care. I like it.
Yeah, it's totally unrealistic, and it's not even necessarily...
I think his first kill of the film is he puts his thumb through the paramedic's skull. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I watched a recap of the movie after I watched it, but somebody pointed out that that was like really stupid. How could he put his thumb through a guy's skull? To which I say, dude, how could Michael Myers not put his thumb through someone's skull? Shut up. You know?
Yeah, but that's a ludicrous question to ask, because you're saying, okay, this guy that can take 5 or 6 shots in the chest and live, and your question is, but how does he put his thumb through the guy's eye?
This is true. Yeah. Well, I think I would give that film a 6.4. I think it's pretty respectable, right?
Yeah, definitely. So for me, dude, I really like this film a lot. It's one of my favorites. I think the big difference you and me are having is I went from a little sweet baby boy thinking Michael Myers is gone forever to getting him back and just being so happy and embracing it. Whereas you're watching this now knowing like, oh, there's a whole franchise. There's no worries. So you're probably actually looking at it from a more clear perspective. But to me, this will always be one of the most special horror movie moments, and definitely one of the most special Michael Myers moments that I've ever had. So I'm gonna give it 8.5.
All right, we definitely can't respect Kills scores of movies anymore. I'm joking, dude. I totally get it. But 8.5, huh?
No, I was joking about the 8.5. That's ridiculous.
Okay,
Obviously,
what are you really giving
it's not an 8.5 movie. It's not an 8.5 movie. It's a decent movie. I give it a 7.5 based on the nostalgia that I experienced with it, and that Myers was back, and I was a young lad, and I was tender and pure as a driven snow.
Okay, great. Hey, that's a respectable number. I understand. Okay. You don't have to
justify. I don't have to defend myself.
Listen, when we do the Nightmare on Elm Streets, when you find out that I think like Nightmare on Elm Street 4 is a near perfect film.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem, dude.
We all have our movies, okay?
That's going to be a problem. Our friendship is definitely going to end.
Well, we may have said it all, but I'm not sure. So
we said too much.
We might take this conversation over to Patreon and have an extended discussion about Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Make sure, no matter what, to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and suggest your favorite scary movies in the comment section below. But until next time, Kills and I will see you later. Peace out, cheesers.
Peace.